Namaste and good morning. Hope you are all doing well. Let me start by introducing myself. I am Rajesh D. Sangvi. By profession, I am a businessman and I am also a human welfare worker for Isha Foundation of Sadhguru Jagi Vasudev Ji. Today I am going to talk on a very vital subject which is very important for the nation development, and that is saving of rivers. How do we save our rivers of India? Well, there is a way out to save our rivers in India. There is a way out to be self-sufficient in drinking water all across the nation, and there is a way where there is enough water for the farms, for farming all across the nation. And how can this happen? Well, there is a study and there is a idea which is already developed, and it has been already been done in many countries, and that is interlinking of rivers. Well, what is interlinking of rivers? Well, let me explain it to you in a more detailed manner. You know that the north side and the east side receive excess rainfall during the monsoon, and the southern part of the country and the western part of the country we receive deficit. We don't have adequate rainfall. So by interlinking the rivers of the north and the east to the south and the west, we will be able to optimize the use of the river waters across our country. So here it is in floods, right? In the north and in the east, you see floods every year, huge amount of floods and lot of disruption. Whereas in the south and in the west, we have seen that there is a lot of deficit of rainfall, and there is not enough rainfall for even drinking water or for farming, and a lot of people are dying because or are committing suicide because of the drought situation we face every now and then. So by interlinking the rivers in the north and in the east with the ones in the south and in the west, we will be able to how do we interlink? Well, by canals, huge canals, and by building reservoirs. Well, and by that way you can interlink, you can pass on the excess rainfall which has happened in the north and in the east to the deficit areas where the rain has not been so favorable, and the canals will feed these rivers in the south and in the west. In this way, the water will be optimally distributed all across the nation. What will happen because of that? 2-3 things. One is, when you interlink waters, we can see that a lot of water is going into the ocean because of it is getting drained into the ocean because of the natural way the waters flow. So we will be able, before it releases into the ocean, lot of it can be put in reservoirs in the surplus land where the water has come, and we can store it and then channel it to the areas where the drinking water problem or the farming issue is there, where the water is not available. Drought areas are there. So one is, all the water that is going into the ocean, a big part of it can be used well for the nation and for those people who need it. Next, when the surplus water in the north and the east is supplied to the south and the west, we have seen that a lot of rivers are dying in many parts of the country. So by interlinking the rivers through canals and reservoirs, we can save these rivers which are dying away. And in fact, if some rivers have just died and the land is still available, we can revive the rivers which have died, which have become gone. What does die means? They become dry. They become totally dry. So from these canals, we can again pump in the water from the surplus generated waters in the land mass of the nation to the deficit ones. So one is interlinking all these. By this interlinking, all these problems of rivers getting dead, or in other words, you are saving the rivers. from going dead, and that's a great plus for the entire environment, and as far as the nation also is concerned. We want all our rivers to flow well, so that there is enough drinking water and enough water for farming. Now, two more things we will get benefit of when we interlink this rivers. One is that huge amount of hydropower, possibility of producing hydropower electricity is possible through these canals and reservoirs. The dams can be utilized for producing the hydropower energy. And second thing is the first development of inland transportation system, inland waterway transportation on a large scale will take place, and this will reduce the load on the railways, and it will be a reduction on the burden on the roads, and this will be a very cost effective way of transporting cargo or even passengers all across the country through these inland waterways, which will be created by interlinking the rivers. That will become possible. So these are the benefits, and the main motto behind this interlinking of rivers, this project, is to benefit the nation and to reduce suffering. When drought occurs and you can't do anything about it, you only dole out money to those people. It is of no use. They need water. They don't want money. They can earn their money by sowing the seeds and doing the farming. Similarly, those who are experiencing floods, they need not suffer. A lot of people die, lot of destruction takes place, so that all can be avoided. And first and most important of all, we regenerate our rivers and stop them from dying. And in fact, if some of them are dead, you make them alive again. So they are the glorious rivers are restored back in the nation. And also, again I told you, inland waterway transportation and huge potential for generating hydropower electricity. So this is the project. The government knows about it, and I urge the government of India to have the courage to implement it, because it's a huge civil engineering marvelous project. It is a marvel, because through human intervention this is going to happen, and this will be benefiting the country. And this has already happened in many other countries, and China has done it, and Europe has done it, the US, Canada, the Australians, everybody, all the advanced nations have already interlinked all the rivers of in their nation, and they are enjoying the benefit of a huge amount of drinking water, which is more than self-sufficient, and it is making everybody comfortable, and also enough water for farming. So the farming, the food production becomes very stable. It doesn't go up and down, and a lot of people don't suffer because of it. So this is the idea I wanted to talk about, and I urge the government of India to take the courage to implement this project in our nation as soon as possible. Maybe within 2-3 years you will see that if this is implemented, it is implemented now. If within 2-3 years or 4 years, within this tenure of the government, we'll be able to see this development, interlinking of the waters of our nation, and this will be a great achievement for our nation. So thank you very much, and that's all from me. Bharat Mata ki Jai, Jai Shri Ram, Jai Mata Di. May God bless you all, and God bless our country Bharat. Namaste.